How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. And listen, the international break, or the curse of the international break, strikes again. Gabriel, what on earth is going on? Seriously, I'm bored of international football. I'm bored of our best players always picking up injuries. And the reason why I'm so annoyed about this is because it's such a pointless game. Brazil versus Senegal. Friendly. Absolutely pointless. Why was Gabriel playing? Why was he allowed to play? Apparently, Arsenal are fuming with Brazil. And rightly so, if that is true. Because why was he even involved? When everybody knew that the load that he was dealing with and the way he had to be managed was very specific. And then what goes and happens? Straight after he gets injured, the news comes out that the day before the game, he was training separately because of his load management. And he had to train in a specific way. So despite all of this, you still played him. And when did he pick up the injury? Near the 70th minute. We're not talking about the 5th minute, 10th minute, whatever it might be, really early in the game, and it's just unavoidable. Why is he playing nearly 70 minutes in a pointless game? Don't give me none of this, but you can represent your country and all the rest of it. I don't care. Brazil don't pay his wages. It's very common around this time of year, as we get to the most critical part of the season and before the busy Christmas period, the injuries are common and they have to be managed correctly. But for some reason, we allow our players go, to international level and they just play. And they get rinsed. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, really? Look at Riccardo Calafiori. Goes off to international football with Italy, knowing full well he's got an injury, and he gets sent back by the Italian FA. Fair play to them, by the way. No risk, no messing about. There's an issue, go back to Arsenal. So why is he going off to international duty when he knows he's got an injury? I look at the England game. Why is Bukayo Saka playing 90 minutes? Game's done. Finished. Take him off. Why is Declan Rice starting both games? Pointless. Might be a qualifier, but they've already qualified. So what's the point in playing him, even for 60 odd minutes? Why? And then you go and bring Bukayo Saka on in that second game. Why? There's no need. What are you looking at? What do you need to see that you haven't already seen and you don't already know? Bukayo Saka will be on the plane for the World Cup. You know what you're getting. You don't need to see anything. So why? Because who pays the price? Not the managers at international level, but the club, Arsenal, the fans, management, teammates. We're the ones that have to suffer. And we're now going into this period, Tottenham, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, and we might not have Gabriel. Yeah, well done. Cheers for that. Hope that pointless friendly was worth it. Really? Come on. So frustrating and so annoying. And the one thing I will say with Arsenal, Arteta, whoever deals with this situation, they need to start being more ruthless. They need to start putting their foot down and saying, you know what? You're not going off to international duty. The game's pointless. It's only a friendly. It's not a must-win qualifier or something like that. Got no problem with the players being involved there. But we're on about the pointless games. Needless games. Nope, no. Stay. The best person for it was Sir Alex Ferguson. Around this time, every time, Manchester United players all picked up injuries. And then they were fit for the next game. Because they were rested and they were looked after and managed correctly. So why are we not doing the same? Why are we not saying to our players, listen, you've had a little niggle here, like the Calafiori situation. You got a knock, you're not going. Simple as that. Gabriel, you don't need to be playing for Brazil. So pointless friendly. You've had a lot of minutes. We got a very, very big set of games coming up. No risk. None at all. And we go and lose probably one of our most important players as a result of it. Yeah. Wonderful. Great. Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. You got to think back to, was it last season? Odegaard, when he got injured and was out for a few months. You know, the Gabriel situation. Some are saying it's a groin injury, a thigh injury, whatever it is, whether it's grade 1, 2, etc. The likelihood is he's missing the next 3 games. He's missing Tottenham, and he's going to miss Bayern Munich. He's going to miss Chelsea. So was it worth it? And like I said, it's the club that have to suffer. And it would only be Arsenal to have all of our strikers and attacking players injured and then finally get them all back in one go. And then all our defenders go and get injured. Calafiori, Gabriel, who next? Really? Come on. Seriously. Somebody up there is not looking down on us. Please, God, just look down on us. Stop doing this to us. Because it's just like injury after injury after injury. Like, I think the only saving grace is that we are very stacked in that area. And I do believe that what's going to, happen and who comes in, etc., will be great. It'd be no issues. But losing Gabriel in these set of games, doesn't matter who the replacement is. That's huge. It's a massive, massive, massive loss. If he turns up and plays and starts against Spurs, I'll be stunned. Okay? I would like to know what on earth he's been given to get him ready for that. We've heard before about horse placentas and all sorts to like all kinds of madness within medicine and whatnot. But these kind of injuries to your thigh, groin, whatever it might be, they're not great. They're not great. And it's just so pointless. So pointless. Such a pointless game. So frustrating. That's why I hate international football so much. We're in November and we've had our 3rd set of international games. Why? I mean, everyone sits and moans about the amount of football that players are playing and how they're breaking down, but yet they're playing in games where they don't need to. That's the issue right here. You can't say that a game's not important at club level because that's their bread and butter. That's where they're paid. That's their job. But international football, it's not their bread and butter. It's an honour to play for your country. But for me, it's not more important than club level. No chance. And I've had this discussion 100 times. Arsenal win a trophy or England win a World Cup. Arsenal win a trophy. I don't care. All day long. Arsenal win a trophy over everything. That simple. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what actually happens, what the prognosis is. And prepare for the worst is what I would say. So Gabriel injured. Great. Thanks for that. Cheers. Wonderful. Yeah. So yeah, bearer of bad news on a Monday morning. But yeah, you know what to do if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.